to the dark, and I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, plenty food for thought, just gotta watch who I'm feeding. Now been walking with them angels, so I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathe on my achievements, won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft, better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. Behind me say I cup full, no room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to something. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. Don't rank me no hand, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the 10 leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter, the lies are sweet. Tried everything, I guess me and Yahanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring their bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check, 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Should call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame. New bitch, they loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame. New bitch, they loyal to the king. We about to bombard their whole operation. Certified priest, prophesied, this my occupation. This shit outrageous, they done made the truth outside. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. This U.P.K. style, they stop now. Try this warfare, couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise, and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with these shit, about to make it hot, call it compound. This for my niggas, put the guns in the drums down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord call for the blood. According to God, the white man is the devil. You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot, they like to claim leadership, they like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they believe they have authority. They don't really need that authority, they don't really know what to do with that leadership. Understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop the ass, need to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Everybody ain't with all that peace talk, everybody ain't with all that bike on me. Boy, ass need to stop it, ass need to drop. It's about to get serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, what the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. Fuck with they at? They cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new bitch. Ask you the promise, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the coke, but it feel like the hoes in this world that double together. Nowhere it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, need the props. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ass need the props. Like we all come together. They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and no, your ass need to stop and ass need the props. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. Nigga, gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ass shit. A world with a step up solid for show for the fake nigga. Stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got you, baby mama on high, baby pants through the fire. Ain't see the props, that baby so below to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Never will fail, bitch, I can afford it. I repent sorry, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Hands need to stop it, hands see the props. That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why it exists to lie. The money out.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Israel, Shalom, Yahweh Barak Thumb. Tonight is our history class, Kentucky I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky history class under Commander General Yohanna. And what we're going to talk about tonight is the history behind Halloween. And, just kind of like we're going to get into the history of what it is and where it comes from, why we shouldn't celebrate this evil holiday, what the scripture says about the holiday, and a lot of the evil acts and the evil stuff that goes behind this Halloween. You know what I'm saying? And what we're gonna do, I first want to start at Romans 12 and 1. We'll start at 1 and 2, because what we have to understand is that all these evil holidays that these pagan holidays that the oppressor has given us to celebrate, that these days are an abomination to the Lord, that these days are days that we definitely should not be trying to participate in, because again, these are vain days which have absolutely nothing to do with us and will do nothing to help us get out of this captivity, this oppression that we are under. You understand? Whenever you get the warrior, go ahead.
Comment. Romans 12.
Make sure you speak loud, because I don't know how well it is.
Comment. Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
That we present our bodies as a living sacrifice. So the bodies that we have right here is a living sacrifice for the Most High. Go ahead.
Holy.
Acceptable. Go ahead.
Unto God.
Holy and acceptable unto God. So with these bodies that we have, we're supposed to do what the Most High God wants us to do. Go ahead.
Which is your reasonable service.
Which is a reasonable service. That's a service that we should have no problems doing. You know what I'm saying? That should come easy to us. You understand? Go ahead. Read through 2.
Verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Be not conformed unto this world. With meaning, don't be conformed to and be willing to do and can't wait to do and celebrate these evil ass or it's like these evil holidays that the oppressor has given us to celebrate.
That's
you
right.
Understand? I mean, the evil that comes behind the origins of these so-called holidays are evil as hell.
That's right.
Thanksgiving, that's a celebration of the slaughtering and enslavement and raping, robbing, pillaging of our Native American Indian brothers and sisters.
That's
You
right.
understand? So what the hell are we celebrating when we do this?
That's right.
We celebrating the destruction of our people is what we're doing, which makes no damn sense whatsoever.
That's
You
right.
understand? Another one on the 4th of July. You understand? 1776, we were still in goddamn chains.
That's right.
We still had chains on our neck. We still had chains. We were still in cattle slavery. You know what I'm saying? And we still even fought in that independence war for America to gain the freedom. But yet we were still in goddamn chains. You understand?
Right.
So what really are you celebrating? You're celebrating the oppressor's freedom, but you're not celebrating any type of freedom for you, Black, Hispanic, or Native American, man and woman. That none of that has absolutely anything to do with you. Okay, go ahead, read that again from the top, verse 2.
Kana. And be ye not conformed. Salakia, sir. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be ye not conformed to this world.
Be ye not conformed into this world. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church love to tell us that God so loved the world that's everything and everybody in it, right? But but the scriptures tell us specifically, be not conformed to this world.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Don't do the things that you see people in this world do, because that's not for you. Go ahead.
Kana. But be ye transformed.
But be ye transformed. You know what I'm saying? When you watch that movie Transformers, you understand that the Transformers start out as a car, but then you know what I'm saying. When it's time to fight, they transform into something else, something big and mighty. You know what I'm saying? You be ye transform your mind. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking that Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving and 4th of July and these are the only days that you could celebrate, because these days actually have absolutely nothing to do with you.
That's
First of
right.
all, so I don't understand what the big deal is about celebrating these holidays. And for all the blackity black ass niggas, for all the blackity black ass fools out there that love black and love Africa and this and that, you know what I'm saying? When Thanksgiving come around, they sure eat that Thanksgiving turkey.
That's
when,
right.
When Christmas come around, them blackity black sure go spend thousands of dollars on Christmas gifts to make the oppressor rich. You
That's
know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Kana. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Renewing of your mind. Go ahead.
That ye may prove what is that good.
That you may prove what that is good. And what we're gonna do here tonight in this class, we're gonna prove why celebrating this Halloween or any of these oppressors' holidays is evil as hell.
That's right.
We're gonna prove that. You
That's
understand?
right.
Go ahead.
An acceptable and perfect will of God.
Tonight we're gonna figure out and we're gonna prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God, and whether or not we should or should not celebrate this holiday. You understand? Did you get that article I sent you? I just sent it to your messenger. Make sure you got that. Yeah, what we're gonna find out tonight is that this Halloween is a evil holiday that does nothing to benefit benefit blacks and Hispanics, help us overcome this oppression that we're in. Matter of fact, it helps us get deeper and deeper into oppression, because every time one of these holidays hits, we think we gotta go there to the store and spend money. How much it costs for a Halloween? Yeah, that's it. How much it costs for a Halloween costume? About $25, $30 for a little kid Halloween costume. Man, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any grown person that paid $30 for a shirt or $30 for a pair of pants and just to wear it one night out the year. You know what I'm saying? They parents is out here and don't let them have 2 or 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? That's like $30 a pop. You know what I'm saying? So you spend them $100 on just costumes that a kid is only gonna wear for one night. The kid only has interest in it that one night. You understand? The kid only wants to wear this one night because they get to go out and get candy. And we're gonna get into this a little bit later too about how that's so hypocritical and contradictory of parents to do such things because for a parent to tell a child don't talk to strangers, don't take nothing from strangers all year round. You know what I'm saying? From knee high to a grasshopper, 2 peas in a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Ever since you a young child, your parents don't talk to strangers. You know what I'm saying? Don't take nothing from strangers. But yet you let your child go out there one night and get candy. You know what I'm saying? Take candy from them. You understand? I know when I was a kid, they would have news reports on how parents should check the children's candy and this and that. Make sure didn't nobody do nothing crazy with the candy or drug the candy or mixed out the sweet tarts for some ecstasy pills or something. You understand? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you telling your kids all year round, don't go out, don't talk to strangers, don't take nothing from strangers. But one night of the year, you let them do that, and there's news reports telling you after your kids get home from getting all this candy, check your kids' candy. That's just telling you right there that's something you shouldn't probably let your kids be doing right there off the top.
That's right.
If you're a good parent and you love your kids, you would not allow your kids to do that. You understand? I know here growing up as kids, you know what I'm saying, we didn't ever just stay around where we lived at. Hell, we wanted to go over there to all the big houses where all the rich white people was at. Bars, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, stuff like that. I'm not trying to stay over here and get this BS. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go over here where all the good candies is at. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you also, even back then when I was a kid, even though I was probably too ignorant at that time to know because I was a kid and my parents didn't bring it to, obviously it didn't hit their attention. You know what I'm saying? How many sex offender doors you think we knocked on? Like, how many sex offender doors do you think your kids, are you going to search, do a little search and see where your sex offenders is at in your neighborhood before you take your kids out there trick-or-treating? We going to do that? You know what I'm saying? My parents didn't do that. You understand? I don't even like, my kids don't go trick-or-treating. My kids ain't never been trick-or-treating. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't have to worry about looking at the sex offenders because my kids got them do it anyway.
That's right.
I mean, straight up. You got that article?
Khan.
Okay. Go ahead. Get to that article. Start from the top.
Halloween is among the oldest traditions in the world, as it touches on an essential element of the human conditions, the relationship between the living and the dead.
The relationship between the living and the dead. So basically, around it, we're gonna get a little bit more into this on this article right here. But around Halloween time is when people think that they can talk to the dead or walk with their dead loved ones and this and that. Go ahead.
The observance evolved from ancient rituals marking the transition from summer to winter, thereby associating it with transformation, which is still a central theme of the holiday.
Okay. Now hold that real quick. I want to go back up to this where people think that they could talk to dead loved ones and this and that. You know what I'm saying? If you would, what happens to people when they die? Go ahead.
So like I said, if I may, what happens to a person when they die? They dead. They don't have no remembrance of nothing. Their body is going back where it started from.
Body go where it started from. Where's the spirit go?
The spirit goes, says in the scripture, I'm paraphrasing when I say it, sir. Says that the spirit goes up to God. It says the spirit goes to God.
Okay. Good job. Now where would you go? Where would you go in the scriptures to prove that?
So like I said, if I may, I really don't know right offhand.
God, no sweat. Give me Ecclesiastes 12:7. Ecclesiastes 12 and 7.
Kind of Khan.
What we're gonna find out is where your spirit goes when you die. What happens to a person when they die? Because a lot of people will talk about how you'll go to a spirit realm or uh, midway between what's that? Not purgatory. Is it purgatory?
So like I said, I think so, sir. I think so.
Purgatory. I think Slocky, if I got that wrong, but I think maybe purgatory. You know what I'm saying? Where people go when they die, but they're not quite ready to go on to the other. But you know what I'm saying? The in between.
So like I said,
what's that movie? What's that movie with Whoopi Goldberg in it?
So like I said, if I may, it's called Ghost.
Ghost. That's it. That movie with Whoopi Ghost. Where what's his name? The white dude, Patrick Swayze. He come back. He died and come back as a ghost, and then out of nowhere, this ghost will be able to touch you and push you to harm, do some type of harm to you. Which spoiler alert. You understand? None of that is real. You understand? And we're going to explain to you what happens to your body and your spirit once you die. So we'll put all that, you know what I'm saying? They said, we're going to prove, which, like I said, tonight we're going to prove what is right and good according to the Most High. Go ahead when you got that.
Khan. Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 7.
Go ahead.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was. Your body's going to go into the ground. Your body decays. It turns into dust and goes back into the ground. Go ahead.
And the spirit
returns into the Most High, who gave it to you. You understand? So there's no purgatory. There's no in between. There's no anything where spirits can rest, spirit realm where they rest and come back on October 31st and walk with. That's just a bunch of fairy tale garbage. That's exactly what that is. Go ahead and go back to the article.
Khan.
You remember where you was at?
Khan. So like I said, I'm going back to the article. Every record civilization have created some form of ritual observance focus on what happens to people when they die, where they go, and how the living should best honor those who have passed or respond to the dead who seem unwillingly or unable to move on. Countries around the world today celebrate Halloween in one form or another, from Mexico's Day of the Dead to China's Tomb Sweeping Day. The modern day observance of Halloween in countries such as the United States and Canada, where this tradition is most popular, share in this ancient tradition. Even though some aspects of the holiday are relatively recent developments and can be traced back to the Celtic festivals,
so Halloween can be traced back to the Celtics, which which was an ancient civilization. I believe it was in Scotland and North England. You know what I'm saying? They had a festival during the. I guess it'd be they would have a festival from when it goes from the fall to the winter. You know what I'm saying? They called it the Samhain. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna learn a little bit more about Samhain as we read along through this article. And we're gonna figure out. We're gonna learn how evil and disgusting and wicked that day is. Now, if you would skip that next paragraph and go down to where it says Samhain, and we're gonna go straight into it.
Oh God. Samhain. Halloween traditions in the West date back thousands of years to the festival of Samhain, so pronounced Suwin. Suwin or Samhain, the Celtic New Year's festival. The name means summer's end, and the festivals mark the close of the harvest season and the coming of winter. The Celtics believe that the veil between the worlds of the living and the dead was thinnest at this time, and so the dead could return and walk where they had before.
So basically, during this festival, these people was thinking that this is the time, the best time for the spirit world and the human world, where they're closest together, and the spirits can jump through, I guess, jump through the worlds or something like thing, which just logically thinking, that makes no goddamn sense whatsoever.
That's right.
You understand? Just logic. If you just put like, you know what I'm saying, there's a realm where spirits can jump through and ghosts and goblins.
That's right.
So likely, the ghosts and goblins can jump through. We gonna get in like fairies coming up out the ground, and you know what I'm saying. With it's gonna get like. Go ahead, keep going.
The Celtics believe that the veil between the worlds of the living...
The Celts. The word is Celts.
The Celts believe that the veil between the worlds of the living and the dead was thinnest at this time, and so the dead could return and walk where they had before. Further, those who had died in the past year and who, for one reason or another, had not yet moved on, would do so at this time and could interact with the living.
Interact with the living. These ghosts, that demons and stuff could interact and walk and talk with their loved ones, and you know what I'm saying, all this on this day. Go ahead, keep going.
Very little is known of the rituals of ancient Suwin because the church Christianized it.
Like the church Christianizes everything. The church Christianizes every damn thing. You understand? They Christianize all these wicked holidays to make it seem like it's no harm. You know, it's just for the kids. We giving out candy and whatnot, or it's just we're giving gifts. This Christmas, this Jesus' birthday. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they Christianize it, or even just the ham and turkey at the Thanksgiving table at the church. You understand? We pray over it now. You know what I'm saying? Even though God told us we shouldn't eat this ham, we gonna chow down on this ham on Thanksgiving, and everything is gonna be good. They Christianize it to make it everything seem like it's not what it is, but it's really just a stumbling block. You know what I'm saying? That just to trick you, to trick the nation of Israel to keep us at this bottom. Because the heathens know if we don't keep the laws, they gonna rule over us. But they know once we turn back to them laws, and once we turn back to our God, that nigga God that's in the Bible, once we turn back to him, they gonna be scared. They know once we turn back, they not gonna be able to do this this stuff that they doing, this wicked evil stuff that they doing to our people, having our brothers and sisters on the border in our Hispanic brothers and sisters in cages. They're not gonna be able to do that if we keep the laws. You understand? They're not gonna be able to trick our Haitian brothers and sisters and making them believe that when they get over here, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be able to come in and have a good life. But they have them stuck up under a bridge in Mexico, and they trick them and take them on a bus, think they going into America to get a better life, but yet they put them on a plane back to Haiti. You understand? They're not going to be able to do that type of stuff if we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave us. Go ahead.
Very little is known of the rituals of ancient Suin because the church Christianized it. As with many pagan festivals, and what information is available comes from Irish monks who recorded the pre-Christian history. Their people, as well as other Christians, scribes,
Denigrating. Denigrating.
Denigrating pagan rites.
Go ahead.
It seems, however, that the observance, including stocking up supplies for the winter, slaughtering cattle, and disposing of the bones in bonfires.
In the bonfire. Anybody ever, you've been in Kentucky for a while. You ever seen all them white folks out there on, you know what I'm saying, around this time with the big, matter of fact, I've seen a couple of videos on Facebook where they put too much gasoline on the fire and damn near blew everything up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's still a thing. A bonfire, that's still a thing. Bonfires is a thing here, especially in Kentucky. These oppressors love their bonfires. Go ahead.
Which in time came to be known as bonfires. There was gathering of communities for feasting and drinking while this was going on.
While these bonfires was going on, just like eating and drinking. You know what I'm saying? They're eating up real good, drinking real good, getting sloppy drunk. Go ahead.
Also, the awareness of the thin time of the year and the possibility of otherworldly visitors showing up at the party.
So now they worried about, since it's this time of the year where the ghosts and goblins come out and that realm is thin, they think that other people is gonna start coming joining these parties. Go ahead.
Departed loved ones.
Departed loved ones. Go ahead.
Were expected and welcome.
Mm-hmm. They wanted their loved ones to come in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we love you. We miss you. Come on. We've been sitting this plate here every Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know what I'm saying? You've been dead 30 years, but we still set you a plate there. Go ahead.
And the practice of setting out favorite foods for the dead may have originated as early as 2,000 years ago.
That's where that come from. Do you have a family member? You ever seen a family member where they'll say, oh, you'll be like, who's that plate for? They'll be like, that's for Aunt so-and-so. Yeah, you know in your head, well, Aunt so-and-so been gone for like 30, 40 years. What's that plate doing there? I could have ate that. What's that doing there? You know what I'm saying? That's where that comes from right there. Go ahead.
Though this is unclean, but many other kinds of spirits.
Many other kinds of spirits. Go ahead.
Some which never had human form.
Some which never had human forms. And so these spirits is dying. They weren't even humans and can come back during this time and talk to humans and mess with humans. Like, go ahead.
Some which never had human form could also appear.
Mm-hmm.
Elvis. Fairies.
Fairies. I told you it was going to be some fairies in here, didn't I?
God.
Salakia. Go ahead.
The wee folk.
The wee folk. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I don't even know what that is.
It's sprites.
Go ahead. Spirits.
And dark energies.
Okay.
Was just as likely to pay a visit as those one longed to see again one last time.
Keep going.
Further, there was a very good chance that the spirit of a person one may have wronged would also make an appearance.
So now during this time, you know what I'm saying, not only do loved ones and fairies and sprites and all these other things appear, we folks, not only do these things also appear, but also maybe a spirit that you think you had wronged or that you wronged or something, they also appear. And you know what I'm saying, them so-called spirits go killing people or raping people or hurting people. You know what I'm saying? Now you think there's actually spirits that's really doing that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep going.
In order In order to deceive the spirits, people darken their faces.
In order to deceive the spirits, people darken their faces, wore masks. Go ahead.
With ashes from the bonfires.
Go ahead. Put it on as a mask. Go ahead.
A practice later known as guising. And this developed into wearing masks.
Developed into wearing masks. And go ahead.
A living person would recognize the spirit of a loved one and could then reveal themselves, but otherwise remain safe from the unwanted attention of darker forces.
So now they will put these masks and costumes on, just like they're gonna do Sunday, just like they're gonna do Sunday with all these masks of monsters and witches and goblins and wizards and Ninja Turtles and Spider-Mans and whatever else, fairies, whatever else you can think of. You can see, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna dress up in these masks and these costumes and stuff. Now, question. Why would people hide in costumes and masks?
So like I said, if I may, because of the spirits that they have wronged.
Because of the spirits they wrong, they think they're going to come back and do something to them, right? So they believe these spirits that they wrong will come back and harm them, okay? So if since we know that these so-called spirits that they're talking about are not real. You know what I'm saying? Because we proved in the beginning of the class that once you die, your body turns to dust. Your spirit goes back to the Most High that gave you that spirit. So these spirits that so-called coming through and harming people, they're really not spirits. You know what I'm saying? Really, what that is you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's been, you done wrong somebody, they've been waiting all year. Hey, around this time, hey, you think it's going to be ghosts and goblins coming out the ground and through this realm, I'm going to do something to you. And then everybody's going to think that it's the spirits and the we folks and the wizards and everything. You know what I'm saying? And then I just got rid of my problem. And everybody thinks it's the wizards or we folks or spirits that came through their realm. That was looking to harm somebody. You understand? Really, it's like you seen that movie Purge, like the Purge. That's exactly what like Halloween is. It was a night of purge. You know what I'm saying? Because we know it's no spirits. It's no spirits can't harm you. You know what I'm saying? They can't touch you and harm you. You know what I'm saying? Can't do no bodily harm. So if it's not the spirits or so-called spirits that's harming these people, there's actually somebody out there doing it. It's somebody crazy that's out there doing that. And they know if they do it on this night, people will think it's spirits and everything else, and they're going to be looking at them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's a night of purge where I can do basically whatever the hell I want to after y'all get around that bonfire, get nice and full and drunk, and I'm going to do what I will. Do what I want to do. You understand? Go ahead, go back to the article. Go ahead, kind of read through this fast too. We're gonna go ahead, keep going down. No, the article. The article you just read. Go down to Hallows Eve. Go down to that paragraph. But yeah, we hitting on some heavy topics tonight. This is I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky under Commander General Yohanna. And tonight is Monday night's history class. It's the that's it. We're discussing the history behind this evil day called Halloween and why we shouldn't, as a people, even consider celebrating this day. Go ahead whenever you're there.
All Hallows Eve. How long ago these rituals were included in the observance of Samhain, Samhain is unknown, but for some form of them
Samhain would be the I guess the proper way of Samhain.
But some form of them were probably in the place by the time Christianity came to Ireland in the 5th century. The hill of Telacta, hill of the ward, in the county of Meath, was the site of the bonfire lighting on or around the 31st of October, signaling the beginning of Samhain festivals, when it was answered by the much more prominent fire form of the Neolithic site of the hill of Tara across from it. Archaeologists from the University College Dublin have dated the excavated earthworks to 200 CE. But note, these are only the latest developments at a site first used for ceremonial fires over 2,000 years ago.
Now, skip down to where you see a picture of the Stone of Destiny, Hill and Tara, and read that paragraph under there.
Khan. The Christianization of pagan symbols, temples, festivals, legends, and religious iconography is well established and applies to the Samhain festival as well as many others. Pope Boniface IV has set the 13th of May as All Saints Day, All Hallows Day.
So the Christian Church had basically also copied a day like this called All Saints Day, to where they do this. What was it, May 13th? Where they would do this on May 13th and celebrate like the dead popes and stuff like that. Go ahead.
A feast day to celebrate those saints who died.
The saints who died, like the popes that died. Go ahead.
Not have a day of their own. In the 7th century, when he consecrated the great pagan temple of the Pantheon in Rome to St. Mary and Christian martyrs. But in the 8th century, Pope Gregory III moved the date of the feast to the 1st of November. The motivation for this move is still debated. Some scholars claim it was done intentionally to Christianize Samhain by turning it into All Hallows Eve.
Of course it was done to be Christianized. Go ahead.
Which is most likely true as the move follows an established Christian paradigm of redeeming all things pagan in effect to ease the conversion process of a given population. Prior to Christianization, the 13th of May had been the last day of the Roman festival of the Mirror, which ran the 9th, the 11th, and the 13th of May, dedicated to placating the angry or restless dead. The festival developed from a pair of observances held earlier in the year. Paritalia, which honored the spirits of one ancestors, the 13th through the 21st of February. And Feralia, which honored the spirits of loved ones, lost.
All right, go ahead and skip down to where you see coming to North America. It's down a couple paragraphs.
Go
ahead.
When the British came to North America, they brought the traditions with them, the Puritans of New England, who refused to observe any holidays which might be associated with pagan beliefs, including Christmas and Easter, kept the observance of Guy Fawkes Day on the 5th of November as a reminder of their proposed moral superiority
Superiority.
Superiority.
Nah, you good, you good. Go ahead. Take your time.
To Catholics. Guy Fawkes continued to be celebrated up until the American Revolution of 1775 through 1783. The rituals of Samhain arrived in the United States less than a century later, which is the displacement of Irish in the year of 1845 through 1849 during the potato famine. The Irish, largely Catholic, continue to observe All Hallows Eve, All Saints Day, and All Souls Day, along with the practice of souling. But these festivals by now were infused with folk traditions such as the Jack-o'-lantern.
Keep going.
Further developments. The Jack-o'-lantern is associated with the Irish folktale of Stangy Jack, a clever drunk and con man who fooled the devil into banning him from hell, but because of his sinful life could not enter heaven. At his death, he roamed the world carrying a small lantern made of turnip, which is a red-hot ember from hell, inside to light his way. Scholars believe this legend evolved from sightings of Will-o'-the-Wisp, swamp, and marsh gases which glowed in the night. On All Hallows Eve, the Irish hollowed out turnips and carved them with faces, placing a candle inside, so that as they went about solely on the night when the veil between life and death was thinnest, they would be protected from the spirits like Stangy Jack. The basics of Halloween were now in place, with people going from house to house, asking for sweet treats in the form of the soul cakes and carrying jack-o'-lanterns. Shortly after their arrivals in the United States, the Irish traded the turnip for the pumpkin as their lanterns of choice, as it was much easier to carve. Guy Fawkes.
Hey, what is one of them things that they love doing? Carving out them pumpkins. Carving out them pumpkins and putting a little candle on the inside so you can see.
That's
you
right.
Understand? They got whole pumpkin patches out here. You know what I'm saying? They got whole pumpkin patches where kids at the school go out there. You know what I'm saying? A field trip, go pick them out a pumpkin and all that. Just for this particular reason right here. Go ahead.
Guy Fawkes Day was no longer celebrated in the United States, but aspects of it attached themselves to the Catholic holidays of October, especially vandalism. Only now it was indiscriminated. Anyone's home or business could be vandalized around the 31st of October.
So again, anybody's home or business could be vandalized. Again, what was this? A purge? Is this a purge that we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? People at the bonfires getting drunk, nice and full and drunk, and they worried about these evil spirits that they wrong coming to visit them when we know that's not right. An evil spirit that, you know what I'm saying, somebody's actually going around killing them, you know what I'm saying, or raping or by doing bodily harm to people. You know what I'm saying? It's like a goddamn purge.
That's right.
Keep going.
In the village of Hiawatha, Kansas, the morning after Halloween in 1912, a woman named Elizabeth Creed grew tired of having her garden, an entire town vandalized once a year by martyring children wearing masks, and initially using her own resources, organized a party in 1913 for the young people, where she hoped she would tire them out enough that they would have no energy for destruction. She underestimated their determination, however, and the community was vandalized as usual. In 1914, she involved the entire town, brought in a band, held a costume contests and put on a parade, and her plan worked. People of all ages enjoyed a festive rather than disruptive Halloween. News of her success traveled outside of Kansas.
So this woman gets tired of these children vandalizing her shit every year, year after year on this day. That she throws a festival where, you know what I'm saying, they could parade around in the mask and, you know what I'm saying, and costumes and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So instead of she got so tired of them vandalizing, she's like, hey, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna throw this festival. You know what I'm saying? Then hopefully I won't get my shit vandalized no more.
God.
Golly. Good night. Go ahead.
News of her success traveled outside of Kansas to other towns and cities.
So this is how the whole Christianized, you know what I'm saying, the most modern Christianized type of Halloween came about right here. Go ahead.
Which adopted the same course and established Halloween parties, which included costume contests.
And they do that shit all at a lot of jobs. They have costume parties where they can dress up on that day, and there's a contest, or you know what I'm saying. Clubs will be throwing a costume contest. You know what I'm saying. All types of stuff. Go ahead.
Parades, music, food, dancing, and sweet treats, accompanied by frightening decorations of ghosts and goblins.
You understand? And on Sunday night, we're going to be seeing a whole lot of ghosts and goblins. And you know what I'm saying? Like the grown people that dress up as the ghosts and goblins and Catwoman and, you know what I'm saying, Superwoman and all that, they're not going to trick or treat or get candy. They going to a club to get rain through. They going to the club to get to get a hot girl summer and get ran through. That's what they you know what I'm saying. Or he going to that club dressed up to take home a whore and mess around and get a VD.
That's right.
So lucky. We're gonna go ahead and drop that article. There's a whole lot more information in that article, but we're gonna go ahead and drop that for time's sake. And so now reading through this article, knowing that there's no such thing as spirits, you know what I'm saying? Because we learned at the beginning that once we die, our bodies go back to the ground, our spirits go back up to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And we learned that the costumes and masks came into play because during this time where these spirits was coming through, people was thinking evil spirits that they wrong would be coming back to harm them or whatnot. And that's also, I mean, that's not the case. That's you know what I'm saying. That's somebody that's wicked and evil running around doing things and harming people. And you know what I'm saying. And I don't know how you would like that. That just amazes me how people would think, oh, that's just the spirit doing that. Like, come on, man.
God.
Like, I understand how you could trick kids into believing that Santa Claus is real. If you believe in ghosts and goblins and spooky shit like that, then I can understand. You probably believe Santa Claus was real until you was 30. Like, come on, man. Now, simple question. Like, since we've learned all of this now, where would you go, or what would you bring out if somebody asked you what God thinks about Halloween? Where would you go?
So like I said, if I may, me personally, I would go to 1 John.
1 John
3:15.
Let's go there. Let's see what they say. 1 John 3:15. Let me get this with you.
So like I said, it's 1 John 3:15.
Go ahead.
1 John 3:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one because you would have to have love for the world to want to go out there and celebrate the oppressors' holidays and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. Give me Amos 5:21. Let's go there real quick. Amos 5:21.
Okay.
Whenever you get there, go ahead.
So like I said, you say 5:21?
21.
5:21. So okay. Amos 5:21.
Go ahead.
I despise your feast days.
I despise your feast days. Now, what did we learn in that article, and what do we see now today that people do on Halloween?
So like I said, if I may, the things that they do on Halloween, they carry out the old traditions that is of Halloween.
Which would be gathering together in the bonfire, having the food and the drink, basically throwing a feast. You know what I'm saying? Read that again from the top.
Amos chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days.
He despises our feast days. What is our feast days?
So like it, sir, our feast days would be like the Feast of Atonement.
No, so like it. I'm talking about what would be like the feast days that the oppressor, that are like the ones that the oppressor gives us.
Oh, so like I said,
right.
If I may, be like Thanksgiving.
Right. Like bring me all the way home though. Like put them all together. The man-made feast days, pagan holidays, the man-made feast days. Like these are all man-made feast days. You know what I'm saying? On these days, on these particular days, the oppressor is the one that tells you, "Hey, we're gonna go celebrate Halloween on October 31st." So you go spend hundreds of dollars on candy and costumes, or you know what I'm saying? Like just the man-made feast days. You know what I'm saying? Like Thanksgiving, that's man-made. You know what I'm saying? Christmas, we gather together on Christmas, and we have a feast, and that's man-made. All that's man-made. Them is all pagan holidays, all man-made. You understand? And what would actually be our feast days, the ones that the Most High gave us?
Feast of Atonement.
Feast of Atonement. Passover. Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Feast of Dedication.
Feast of Dedications. Those are all of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That we can find all of those days that we can celebrate. We can find everything about that in what's it, Leviticus 23. We can find all of them days that we're supposed to celebrate or we're supposed to keep. The feast days we're supposed to keep. We can find them all in Leviticus the 23rd chapter. And we're not going to find Halloween in there. We're not going to find Thanksgiving next month. We're not going to find that in there. Christmas next month. We're not going to find none of them holidays in Leviticus the 23rd chapter. Now, why do you think? Go ahead, finish that. Did you finish that out? Go ahead, finish that out for me.
Amos chapter 5, verse 21. And I will not smell your solemn assemblies.
And I will not smell your solemn assemblies. You understand? Go do the next verse too.
Amos chapter 5, verse 22. Though you offer me burnt offerings.
Though we put that